私の名前はメディスン。メディスン・メランコリー。あなた、もしかしなくても人間よね。じゃあ気をつけて。私、人間が嫌いだから、あなたとは仲良くなれそうにないの。むしろ、スーさんの毒であなたをおかしくしちゃうかもしれないわ。もし助かりたいなら、私の野望に協力して。そうすれば、命だけは助けてあげる。
Medicine, known as the best shield breaker in Lost Word, the only character that can easily break multiple barriers no matter what element they are, the Queen of Barrier Breaks. Not only that, Medicine also best for stalling strat. A strat that commonly used in tower to kill the enemies using poison barrier. A strat that can almost work in every floor in tower. Recently, Next Ninja, the developer of Touhou Lost Word, decided to add new special task that gives anyone a free medicine. Assuming you already get her or are you planning to get her, I'm going to explain anything you need to know about her. Medicine have more Yin attack stats than Yang attack. We can later make use of this by maxing out her damage, but keep in mind that Medicine is not a good nuker, so don't expect much from her. Her agility is also quite high. With this much of agility, little can actually outrun Medicine Last Word unless they are using quick status. Anyone who attack Medicine using Poison Barrier, will also receive 1 layer of Poison Barrier. And whenever she used Graze, her agility 1 level up. Her first skill will inflict 2 layers of Poison Barrier to target, while also reducing their Yin defense for 3 levels. It's a great skill that works well with Medicine. Similar to her first skill, her second skill inflict 1 layer of Poison Barrier to all target. With additional 1 layer of poison will be applied, with 90% success rate. Her third skill will reduce all targets crit attack by 2 levels. There's additional 1 level with 80% success rate. A skill that will increase your team's survivability. Her first passive will apply 1 layer of poison barrier to target when wave starts. With 50% success rate. Her second passive can nullify damage taken from soul-like presences, with 25% chance. And her last passive will grants Medicine 1 level of Yin attack up, with 20% success rate. Her all-targeting spread shot gives 1 wood breaker and 3 power. This spread shot is also good for collecting spirit power. But other than that, her spread shot has nothing special in it. Medicine focus shot has something interesting with it. When using 3 power it will give 1 earth break that is 30% chance to poison the target. Medicine's first spell attack all target. It provides 1 wood break at 0 power, and additional 1 wood break at 1 power. When the spell ends, it will inflict the target with 2 poison barrier, with additional 1 poison barrier with 60% chance. The second spell only attack a single target. This spell also provide 1 wood break at 0 power, and additional 1 wood break at 1 power. It will also inflict the target with 2 poison barrier, and reducing enemies Yang attack by 2 levels. Medicine's Last Word will provide you with 1 wood break at 0 power, another 1 wood break at 1 power, and a total of 3 wood break at 3 power. The thing is, all of her wood breaks will also completely destroy any barrier with poison status no matter what's the enemy's element is. Let's say you're really lucky, and manage to get all the poison barrier Medicine can provide. She can easily destroy 8 barriers with her last word. Because all we want from Medicine is the poison barrier to fully make use of her last word, any story cards can work just fine to all her spell. Since the poison from her spell will always land, we don't actually need to increase Medicine's accuracy in all her spell. You can just use any story cards that increase wood bullet. Or story cards that gives ye an attack for stat stick if you want medicine to hits harder, though it's not medicine jobs to nuke the enemies. Or maybe you want to use any story cards that give agility stats. It will make sure that medicine last word always land to the enemies first and break their barriers before the others nuke land. For her last word, you can choose between valued tools of the trade or poltergeist sister concert if you want the accuracy buff so the break will always land. In other way, if you want to use medicine as a nuke, your best choice will be overwhelming firepower. This story cards will increase medicine's unit attack and wood damages, maximizing her damage output. Boo will also increase medicine's unit attack, being the budget version of overwhelming firepower. All we want is medicine stacking as many poison barriers possible. Whether we use it to maximize barrier breaks in her last word, or using the poison in a stall strat. I highly advise you to level up both of her first skill and second skill up to level 10 to maximize the amount of poison barriers she can inflict. Her third skill is a luxury, that shouldn't be a priority. Medicine's main power is her incredible last word that can break 8 poison barriers at a single strike. But that's all. Medicine doesn't have such a high attack stats that making her unable to clear harder stage alone. Her main point is to be there and break the enemy's barriers so the other friends can nuke the enemies out of existence. And of course all her spells, skills, and passive will help medicine to stack an enormous amount of poison barriers that can be used to maximize the barrier breaks at her last word. Her skills will also be a great use when you use medicine in stall strat in tower, since poison will reduce the enemy's HP based on percentage, it just takes some more time. For farming, she can only solo one-turn kill farm or bully Yukari at stage 151 unless Yukari uses her skill to increase her own evasion. Yukari's weakness towards wood element will maximize medicine's barrier breaks potential and damage output. Until the day this video created, medicine is the best friend you can use to bully Yukari, at stage 151. Medicine can also farm at Ultimate as a stage, at 271, but she'll need another friends that can back her up if you want a successful one-turn kill farming in that stage. Medicine's weaknesses are quite crucial. Since medicine is really relying on her poison, she will become completely useless against enemies who can resist poison barrier. She is also lacking in buff or debuff for her team. It's also very RNG based to achieve maximum break she can provide. Thankfully, enemy that can resist poison barrier is not that common. Due to her lack of damage output, you won't get a ton of use of her in events, but when it comes to bullying Yukari, or breaking enemies' barriers, she will be the one you're looking for. Tui Inaba will become a great pair with medicine. Tui can inflict 2 layers of poison barriers to the enemy while also lowering their yin defense, further increasing medicine's barrier breaks potential and medicine's damage output. Eren Yagokoro can also works well since one of Eren's spell will inflict poison barrier to all enemies. For stall strat, you can pair medicine with any defender and healer, making a great composition of stalling team. I will leave a link of the ultimate guide to stall in the description if you want further explanation on how to stall. Thanks to Windbow and the official server for making it. That's all you need to know. Seriously though, I think I need a better line for closing the video.